Ukraine will find way to keep Starlink running, Zelenskiy advisor says, after Musk signals end of funding.
Here's a summary of the article.
Some 502 settlements have been liberated in the northeast Kharkiv region, where Ukrainian forces last month advanced deep into Russian lines, and 75 localities were recaptured in the highly strategic Kherson region, the ministry said late on October 13. The office of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on October 14 that at least 9 civilians were killed and 15 wounded over the past 24 hours. Zelensky said in his nightly video address late on October 13 that brutal fighting continued in Bakhmut, and that Ukrainian troops were defending Bakhmut with skillful and heroic actions. 4 Ukrainian regions under partial Russian occupation, Kherson, Donetsk, Luhansk, and Zaporozhye, were seized by Moscow late last month as a counteroffensive by Ukrainian forces rapidly advanced in the northeast, east, and south. Zelensky called on Ukrainians to be especially careful about more possible Russian strikes on October 14, when the country celebrates the Day of Defenders of Ukraine. Zelensky told international representatives at the Council of Europe on October 13 that Ukraine needs to protect its skies. Evacuees from Kherson were expected to begin arriving at Russia on October 14 after a Moscow-installed official suggested residents should leave for safety, in a sign that Ukrainian forces are making consistent advances in the region that Moscow claims to have seized.
This post received a score of 4,200, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
What Podolyak said.
Just curious what the incremental cost is for Starlink to provide the service after the terminals are paid for. I know Musk said Starlink was paying for it, $100 mm. But is it really an expense or just a lost profit opportunity? The way I see it, that it's like a utility company. After a huge initial investment, there's not much in incremental cost. And I know they probably have huge R&D budgets.
It's also one of the all-time biggest PR opportunities a company could ever have.
And Musk shit the bed doing it. Easiest softball ever.
Shit the bed. The presidential advisor said that he helped them survive the most critical moments of the war. I mean, sounds like he helped them live. I'm not a Musk fan at all, but credit where it's due. It's not feasible for a company to front that, and I'm sure it doesn't help that Musk is a petty child.
Credit where it is due. Musk established that he can offer critical and robust services and deliver on large-scale orders. Criticism where it is due. Musk has also established that he may withdraw said services at any moment, which at best is due to his tendency to throw expensive tantrums. He has established that he is an unreliable provider of a crucial service. Good for him in the short term, not so much in the long term. If anything, this will incentivize people to develop their own tech or invest in direct competitors, as to avoid dealing with Musk himself.
Can't argue with that. I know what I'm about to say is part of the negotiation process, which will be important to keep Russia out of the loop on. While he can't be expected to fund indefinitely, hopefully he can say I can support to X, reasonable date, and then ramp up the bill gradually. Hope he doesn't go full ham.
I know the Gates family hates Elon. Maybe they could sponsor it.
And give Elon money. Gates would probably just buy Starlink.
Musk would not sell it. SpaceX is privately held. Throw enough money at someone and they will take it.
It's not that easy when that person is the richest man alive.
Starlink is critical for Ukraine after Russia mass missile strikes the country. Its communication infrastructure was hit hard, but Starlink can fill in that void and keep the country connected.
Dude, it's not like Elon was the one paying for it in the first place. It was funded by a number of governments anyways. They'll continue to fund it.
And citizens and Ukrainian soldiers themselves.
I don't get it. Reports say that Musk will end funding. But also that the government was paying more than full retail for it. Which one is it?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.